Hello. In this demo, I'm going to cover basically the integration between IBM Verify Identity Protection and Vault products, specifically HashiCorp Vault, and show currently the functionality available within VIP to help manage secrets, monitor their usage, and potentially find exposures and blind spots around the usage of Vault and its secrets. So first, I'm going to show you what we have currently installed or integrated in the system. We have 3 HashiCorp Vault deployed in our environment as part of the demo and integrated as part of the generic flows. Now, the first and foremost thing I want to show you is the fact that as we collect information about the environment, as VIP does, and learn about the inventory of assets currently active, we can, of course, find all the Vault instances that are available within this environment. In this case, I just did a generic search on Vault. It brought up, first of all, a few HashiCorp Vaults that are currently and some others such as AWS Vault, which is our HashiCorp Vault in AWS, and we'll extend support for different types of secret managers and vaults in the future. So immediately we can find that we have a few vaults that are known to the environment, but also I have 4 what we call shadow identity systems that are classified as vaults, which means that I can actually find out which assets or which vaults in this environment are currently managed and known to my organization, and which ones are currently potentially, deployed for development or deployed and unmanaged. And it's something maybe we want to take action against, something maybe we can use later to expand our usage of licensing of Vault. But basically, these are unmanaged assets, and we should decide what kind of action we want to take against them. This, of course, means that we can see all the information related to those assets, the usage, the histogram, how many assets are authenticating, which users are authenticating. For example, we can use the dev vault at the bottom, look at the number of assets, what type of assets are accessing, are those users, are those service accounts, what assets they're accessing, so we can immediately and quickly understand what is the usage being done in those environments. Second, it's important to understand, like I said, we were looking at the secrets. In this case, we might be looking at another vault, but we can see what kind of, who's the user. In this case, even in some cases, we'll see the exact user, or we can see the service account. If the authentication was successful, where was the authentication coming from? So we can learn all that information as part of the posture access management. Going back to other things we want to show. So one of the things that usually we find very interesting is the usage of shadow assets or shadow accesses, where there are users potentially using Vault without the proper authorization through the or getting authorization from the correct way. So if we look in this case at the secret, Prod Vault Offmine, first of all, we can see the specific ephemeral secrets being used or how they're collected. But moreover, we can click here in a similar fashion to what we look at normal shadow access in VIP. And we can see who exactly accessed this secret. And in these 2 cases, where we're looking at Rajesh and Rajeshwar, we see that the identity authenticated to portal.azure.com, and only after authenticating was able to pull the credentials from this secret, while the user root here did not, meaning either he has a local account on Vault, or potentially he was able to get the credentials from another user, and basically we have a shared token situation here. So this is very important when you want to understand how your secrets are being used, if they're managed properly, and if the access is being done as we expect. The third thing I want to show you is basically how we can monitor beyond just the posture management. What are specific kind of examples, it's not limited to what I'm going to show you, of use cases where we can help with the secret management. So for example, we can look at unauthorized entities accessing secrets. So for example, we can click here. We can see the different secrets that are being accessed. In this case, it's in our AWS Vault. And what we can learn here, if we look at, for example, the secrets incidents here, we can see that the access, validate the access configuration. And for example, if we look at the playbook, we can quickly understand why this was triggered. So these are the only user, this is the only user who's currently allowed access through AWS Vault to the secret. And if we look at the accesses here, we can actually see that there is a different, what looks to be a service account or a token that is accessing that secret. So you can make sure that the correct identities are actually accessing that secret. And in another fashion, if I want to protect an asset, for example, if we want to check bypass of Vault in general, I can go and look at the, in this scenario, I can look at Vault bypass. I can look at the rule that says basically all identities accessing, these two S3 buckets, it doesn't matter who, have to go through our dev Vault server. And if we quickly look here at the actual access, we see that the same S3 bucket that we mentioned here is accessed by some kind of a service account, but it is not happening through Vault. So when we're looking at the logs, we won't actually see Vault here, and this is the reason the incident triggered. And basically, this is how we're calling this out. Every deviation from either similar to a normal unauthorized access playbook, any deviation from the rule will trigger an incident. And we have actually a few users here that are basically violating this rule. Okay, this was a short demo about how we can look at the identities accessing secrets on Vault. Did I forget something? I don't think I did. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.